What is going on, guys? Anger Collections in the house for another video. All right, so I've been doing Tcgplayer full time for about 3 years now. That's crazy, right? Full time Tcgplayer since 2021. It's freaking 2024. So learned a lot, experience ups and downs, market cycles, singles. It's crazy, man. You will learn a lot of the stuff and you will see all these TCG, specifically Magic, very different once you start and hop in this whole TCG business thing. It's really going to change you how you look at cards. But I saw this question on Reddit, and I'm more than willing, to give advice on some of the people, players, collectors, investors, that wants to jump in this market business, Tcgplayer, eBay, because I think I had like series of videos of this, but I'm more than willing to give advice in some of these questions, and we're gonna go through it together. And it's very interesting because some of these questions, yeah, I dealt with this. And so without further ado, so this is the post itself. And cut to the chase, I've scoured through previous advised posts, and after getting my inventory set up, I still have a few questions. First, as a disclaimer, I recognize I'm new and my inventory is small. So I'm feeling it's probably like a level one. So I understand if the answer is it just takes time, because it is, right? But I was still curious to hear if there were different perspectives or advice. So I have an inventory of 45. That's pretty much level one, that like literally almost like no inventory. Again, no, that's low, more on the way. Cards right now, ranging from $1 to $20. I have my shipping set at 99. I started my business at 99 cents shipping. Back then it was, I think, 73 or 78, the lowest one. But I started at 99. And a couple months after, Tcgplayer changed it to 99 cents in all the lowest shipping. It kind of made the competition like even from from the rest of us, from everyone, like even the big stores, uh, to account for shipping supplies. And I did research to make sure I am shipping my cards safely. I understand the general cutoff of when to provide tracking and when to adjust to PWE, plain white envelope. Another important note is that I have all my cards listed at a penny under the lowest listing. So let's just say the lowest listing is like $1, right, for any card. So he's listing it as a 99 cents. So these are the questions. Um, Overall, my questions are: what should I be listing my cards to sell? I've seen advice saying just match the market price. I've seen advice saying to list a penny below lowest, and I've been seeing advice saying to list things as low as 10 to 20% under the lowest listing. In general, I understand that I shouldn't check and rearrange my prices very often, but it seems like cards are constantly listed lower than mine. So this is very, very hard to track once you get into like, the thousands of inventory. But it's really, there's no better advice on like how do you really price your cards. Like when I started pricing my cards, right? I generally look at like how much commons are buy listing, how much are uncommons are buy listing, how much are rares, mythics, foil rares, foil mythics are buy listing out there. And that's kind of how I started. So let's just say commons, right? So some of the commons that most stores want, they would buy list it at 5 cents. So what I did, I buy list my cards, or I priced my cards 6 cents, right? And this is any common, you know, played or non-played, any common. And uncommons, if stores wants those uncommon card, they would buy list it as 10 cents. So I would list them as 11 cents. And same goes for the foil rare, rares, mythics, foil rares. So that's kind of how I started. But before that, when I was like a level one, my goal was to really push my completed sales, my rating, because for me as a consumer, what matters most is confidence, consumer confidence, that if I see a store that has multiple sales, that has multiple feedbacks, you know, I'll be more comfortable buying at that store regardless of the price. Obviously, I mean, you're not going to buy an overpriced card, but I'm more comfortable in buying at that store at Tcgplayer. So that was my focus. So after I went through the level one, I really just hammer on, list a lot of expensive card first in level one, because in level one, your shipping is starting will be 4.99. So if you list like a penny card or 6 cents, 10 cents, you're pretty much not going to sell those. So you gotta go through the level one up to like reach the level four. And once you reach the level four, you just grind it out, man. Just list pretty much just about anything, commons, uncommons, at those prices. And that's how I priced them. Um, Even though like there's competition, like what he was saying, listed as a penny below, 10, 20%, you know, it's really hard to like you have to calculate it even still, just to be the lowest, just to like move them. So I think in the beginning, if you really want to get into this, focus more on having your completed sales and your rating up, your feedback up. Having good ratings is very, very important. You know, don't be too concerned on like the price of your cards, because if your you know prices are like priced evenly, and you have your ratings up, you have your feedbacks up, customers will just jump in, man. Customers will just buy your cards. Customers will just bundle cards. They will look through cards regardless of the price, because what matters most, in my opinion, for consumers is consumer confidence. They want to be able to buy the cards from you, and they know that they're not going to be scammed, the quality of the cards. So that's very important. So next question. Any organization tips? Okay, I'm planning to penny sleeve, then alphabetize in card binders. So he's starting very small. In the beginning, yeah, binders are fine, like, but when you get, when you start to like going big, obviously the 1,000 um, BCW boxes, and then you can go like uh, penny sleeve, and highly recommend uh, alphabetize them, because it's going to go, you're gonna go orders, plenty of orders, and looking for cards, just pain in the ass. It's gonna take a while for you, man. So it's very important to alphabetize and penny sleeve all of them. And also, I want to add, when you're listing cards, in my opinion, it's better to not list like multiples. Like if you have rares, if you have mythics, even like the most expensive ones, don't list four. Don't list eight, because if the card goes up, then you're gonna get bought out. Um, so it's very important, especially for those expensive cards. Just list one, So let's just say the card spike, you're not gonna get bought out. At least you lose one, but you still have more copies. So just kind of like a throw it out there. But yeah, so definitely um, penny sleeve and alphabetize for to organize your inventory. But in the beginning, binders is fine. And then last question over here. I know I can't list pre-sale since I'm not a brick and mortar shop. Same with me. Like I have, like these Murders of Karlov commander cards. I can't list them yet. I think I'm gonna list them at, the release official date. But I think I can just list them like a day before. But yeah, he's right. You can't list it a pre-sale any cards yet. But I was curious if I could add MKM, where does the card up, to my inventory, and it will automatically add to my live inventory once pre-sale was covered. Yeah, you could, but the effects on that is like some of the stores that is doing the pre-sale, um, they're gonna sell first, right? And so the problem with that is the price will change. And once you price your cards, let's just say, I don't know, like an expensive card at $10, and it's started pre-saling, right? You know, um, some cards will go up, some cards will go down. So if you list it as like the current lowest, you beat the lowest by a penny. Some cards might go up and some cards might go down. So you will lose if you list it and just wait, just because what you want to just list it right away. So in my opinion, like what I'm doing in the Murders at Karlov Commander singles, I'm going to wait at least a day before, even like 12 hours before listing them, because there's a lot. I mean, I bought 24 decks, six of each decks. So listing them is like a lot. But at the same time, I kind of have an idea already in how to price them. So yeah, that's basically my advice and all the questions. And to all the people that really wants to start their own TCG player, or even Facebook, or eBay. Well, not really eBay because I don't have any experience on eBay. You can leave in the comments, because, like I said, I've been doing full-time TCG player for almost 3 years now. Um, I mean, still learning every day. I'm not perfect. Every day you learn something new, and yeah, these questions, I like it because it's kind of like in my, you know, for all the people that wants to get into this TCG business. And yeah, it's good, man. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss any video. And with that, anger out, boys. Peace.